Hey everyone, today we're going to be adding a TotalFlow driver into OnPing.
Alright, let's open up this TotalFlow and take a look. So here we have a TotalFlow board. We have ours configured to talk Ethernet. And you can see it right here, our little Ethernet connection. And then that's going into our switch here. And then back out to our laptop so that I can make the connections for it. You might also want to talk to its serial. Maybe we'll do a video on that some other time. Our next step is going to be getting online with this device. The first thing you'll need to do is ping the device, and in order to ping the device, you need to know the IP address. I happen to know the IP address of this one, which I've already put in here, 192.168.46. So let me zoom in and make sure you guys can see that real well. And hit enter. You can see it's replying, and that means comms are going to be good. So now you'll need to have the PCCU software in order to establish a connection on your laptop to the TotalFlow. And the PCCU software looks like this, and you can get it from ABB. Then what you need to do is go to Operate and Setup, System Setup, and then on your communications panel here, you're going to pick TCP/IP and set up just like this. Network IP is going to be this. For our device, the security code is 0, packet size is as you see it, the timeouts and everything is set up just like this. Close that and click Connect to TotalFlow, Monitor, and click Entry. And you'll get this really familiar screen to anyone who's ever worked on TotalFlows, which shows all your important metrics, including your flow rate and your volume. If you hover over it, you'll see a little number. Zoom in on that little number, 11.7.19. That is actually one of the numbers that we're going to be adding to OnPing. All right, we'll switch over and take it from there.
So now that we've got our TotalFlow connected to our network, we know its IP, and we know what registers we want to pull, we are ready to get it into OnPing. So to do that, first of all, we need to make sure the TotalFlow driver is on our lumberjack. So I'm going to click on our lumberjack here. In our case, it's going to be LJ6. And then I'm going to go down to datetime, make sure that it's talking. Looks like it is talking. Once I've verified that, I can go to Apps and look at what's installed. So here we have control logics, but no TotalFlow. So let me go over here to available apps and type TotalFlow in. And it's named single well T-Flow instead of TotalFlow. Click on the little arrow there. Now that it's successfully installed, we'll be able to go to our driver, select this lumberjack, and add a TotalFlow. So to go to our driver, first we're going to need to get the lumberjack IP address. If you don't know your lumberjack IP address, it's usually on the side of the box, but a trick you can do, come up here to control parameters with the lumberjack serial number, and it'll be listed right beside it. So 10.7.5.11 is mine for this system. And now let's go to our driver, which we'll find here in our admin link section. If you don't have this table, talk to our support team or your administrator about getting it. Then here's add a TotalFlow. And now I'm going to pick our demo company, and demo site is TotalFlow. So we already have one, but we'll add another one. Let's click new location, and we'll give this a name, video demo TotalFlow. And the TotalFlow URL, the IP address is 192.168.4.6. Notice that's a local IP address. The port's almost always the same, not all 4 nines. Password's almost always the same. Lumberjack URL, that was the IP address I just went and got. Pull time, 60 seconds is great. Device ID. So this is the station ID. Sometimes it's called station ID in the TotalFlow. Sometimes it's called device ID. For us, it's plow test. It'll retry to pull it 5 times. It waits 5 seconds in between retries for a response. And I'll leave the latitude and longitude off for this test. Give it the demo company. I'll put it in the same TotalFlow site. And I'll give it the lowest permission that I can. So demo users. And then click add. Location saved successfully. So now that the TotalFlow has been brought in, I should be able to add some tags to it. If I'm missing something to do that, I don't have a TotalFlow widget here on this side. So let me go ahead and click on Edit Dashboard, and then add a panel. I'm going to go ahead and add a TotalFlow widget. First, I need to make a little spot for it by adding this panel. Now I need to click plus widget, go over here to the TotalFlow, and click add. Find the TotalFlow we just made. It should be under the same device. Now we need a register to add. The register I usually like to add for the first one is just a time register. It should always be there. So I'll click new register, and then it's going to be application 0, ID 9, and then I have to pick the data type, and the data type of this one is word 32. This is probably one of the more difficult steps because I don't really know of a place where you can find the data type of different registers in a TotalFlow. If someone does know of a place like that, please email us. I would love to add that to this video, but usually it's going to be a word 32, word 16, or a float. Most sensor values are going to be a float, and most things like statuses or counts are going to be words. So I'm going to pick word 32 because I just know that that's what it is. And then that's going to be register ID 0. It's going to be the time in seconds. And that's called an epoch time. It's actually measuring the time from 1979. Although on TotalFlows, people use this in all kinds of crazy ways. So it's not like a true epoch time a lot of the times. All right, now click update. And the TotalFlow has been updated successfully. I can use this button here to do a demand pull to force this value to update. So I'll click refresh there. Here we are with our value, and last updated at this time. So go ahead and save everything. And now I'm able to put this wherever I need to. So I'll click on my example HMI, put it into editable mode, and then pick just a little indicator here. I'll find that parameter we just made. And here it is, already loaded up for us. That should be enough to get you started on TotalFlows. It does support reads and writes, G4 TotalFlows, G5, G3 TotalFlows. They can be a little trickier to get going, but yeah, again, just feel free to email or call us for help with those. Thank you so much.